Okay, kicking things off with Lisa from Blackpink. This was 2 weeks ago. Born Again, featuring Doja Cat and RAYE, or RAYE, or RAYE, I don't know. Born Again, let's hit it. Captions, maybe? Nope. A transformation into a new woman who embraces her freedom to become the person she desires to be. See, this has been a running theme with Lisa. She dropped the label. She started her own label, which is Loud, 2 L's. So Born Again makes perfect sense.
If you try just a little more times, I would have made you a believer. Would have shown you what it's like. Every single night.
Nice.
And the contact down like shades on. And I just broke up with my man like One X in the passenger seat, cause I'm done. Down, rude boy, get your foot up on my dash. Got all the receipts to my business woman. A little bit of hot rain, a little bit of how could you do that? A little bit of talking out your ass, a little bit of look at what you had, but could not hold.
I'm sorry. Is this Doja Cat? No, this is RAYE right here. Hi. Wow. Radar is a beeping. Respectfully. Huh.
Then that's on you, baby. Too bad. I'm about to make it hurt as I vroom vroom. Ice cold, how I leave you alone, but please tell your mother I'ma miss her. So if you try just a little more time, I would have made you a believer. Would have told you I was like every single night. To be born again, baby. To be born again. You stayed just a little few nights. I could have made you pray to Jesus. Would have showed you to the light. Every single night. To be born again, baby. To be born again. Non-believer. You pretend from the poop, but can't give back. Nice to leave ya, but I would be a fool.
Doja Cat.
Yes. Do your words and gospel to you now? Keeping you strong, choosing to carry on after one. Too many lies would be wrong.
Set your pop tags on my shopping spree. Stay mad when I show them all the long receipts. They laugh at you, crash out like a comedy. I can't be a sugar mom, get a job for me. Said, well, let go. Let me live happily forever after more. I hope you learned something from a little fiasco. You played the game smart, letting little me pass go.
If you try just a little more time, so would have made you a believer. Would have showed you what it's like. Every single night. To be born again, baby. To be born again. If you stayed just another few nights, I could have made you pray to Jesus. Would have sold you to the light. Every single night. To be born again, baby. To be
Season
born
like a
again.
cinnamon ring. Getting rid of him, I'm only gonna make you need religion at the minimum. And I'ma do it diligent, I'm looking for a synonym. I'm trying to find a way to tell him I ain't even feeling this. That love I'll never be deficient in. But see, you could wake up and take me like a vitamin. I learned the hard way to let go now and save my soul.
I need a second. I need a second. What? What? I'm blushing. I'm blushing on the inside too. Ooh. How long has she been around for? And don't tell me like 32 years. How long has she been around for? Such a boss is right. God. Oh, staring into my soul the whole time. Jeez. Oh.
You try just a little more time, so why to make you a believer? Wanna show you what it's like. Every single night. To be born again, baby, to be born again. You stay just a little few nights. I could have made you pray to Jesus. Wanna show you to the light. Every single night. To be born again, baby, to be born again. To be born again, baby, to be born again. To be born again, baby, to be born again. Baby, to be born, oh baby, baby, to be born again. To be born again, baby, to be born again.
Wow, yo, I'm getting these mad 80s vibes. Do you feel this? Popular for like 5 years, doing music since 2014. Man. Yeah, I get these like 80s vibes from the music and the way that they're harmonizing the voices of the three. Thank you, Carl. We're going to need cleanup in a few more areas, Carl. So once you finish up there with the challenge, you head on down this way. I have heard of Doja Cat. I don't actually remember if she's been featured on anything that we have watched, but I'll tell you what, that part. Yeah, there's definitely like this duality in her voice.
You bitten from the poop, can't give back. Nice to leave ya.
Like, this is great. I was happy with this, but when she popped off into the next part,
But I would be a fool not to ask. Do your words and gospel to you now? Keeping you strong, choosing to carry on after one. Too many lies would be wrong. So sad, your pop tags on my shopping spree. Stay mad when I show them all the long receipts. They laugh at you, crash out like a comedy. I can't be a
I wasn't even sure that was the same person. That's so badass.
single mom, get a job for me, said. Well, let go. Let me live happily forever after more. I hope you learned something from a little fiasco. You played the game smart, letting little me pass go.
Okay. Yeah, so Doja Cat, that's, if I don't already have an introduction to her, sick. Great introduction. And I was RAYE. I was curious about some of the imagery here because the one thing that got me with Lisa was, what was the name of the song? David was the director. I had words with David. And that was my fault because I didn't know some stuff. Shocking. That one time I was wrong. But was it New Woman? Changed Woman? New Woman. I think it was New Woman. There was a video that Lisa did, New Woman, thank you, Shiv, where great video, but there was a lot of repetition, right? And then my complaint was the repetition. And there were things symbolically that were happening in the video that I didn't understand because like I didn't have specific context or I was just plain wrong, which happened that time. So now I'm a lot more cautious about the imagery that's being used. Specifically, this. I think the sculpture is interesting, especially given that it's on like a slide. If you look at the ratio of the screen, we go from the full 16:9 widescreen and we go to here, which is like a 3x3 slide. So it's history. It's also like art. It's a masterpiece. It shows even this crack right here has like, it has a message. And I feel like if I'm digging in here, I'm saying it's showing her changes. It's showing that maybe she's not set in stone. That, yeah, she's a masterpiece, but there have been some scars along the way. There's been some cracks and some divots, but she continues to maintain that masterpiecery, if you will. Breaking Out is also gonna like that. Now, the one part that kind of got me at first, and I'm curious about, is this next scene with all the gymnastic stuff. Now, does Lisa have a gymnastic background that I don't know of? Or is this more symbolic about like flexibility and adapting and that kind of thing, right? Well, maybe it's not just gymnastics, I guess, because there's a lot of strength stuff. I mean, this can show evolution. It can show her getting stronger. That would make sense. Yeah, strength. Because this was the only part here. Pommel horse. Yeah, maybe just a building. Maybe a building up of her would make sense. Rings are male gymnasts. Are there no female ringsters? Ringlets? What? I don't. Men don't do the beam. So this is kind of like co-ed gymnasium land. Huh. Okay. Okay. Huh, that's interesting. Could be intentional, also could not. That's real. Oh, that's deep. Okay, let's put a pin in that one. And she is sitting on a pommel horse, which is also male. Huh. Yeah, I feel like maybe it is. Maybe it's saying that she can do anything that a man can do. Maybe that's part of it. If only males do it, then I have to do it now. Huh. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like where you're going there, chat. I like that. And that feels very Lisa from this message of, here I come. I'm getting stronger. I'm coming in hot. So move. I like that. That's pretty good. All right, Doja making a mess. Doja making a mess. Okay, the apple. So we got a futon and a bunch of apples. You all taught me that there's more than one type of apple, which I still think is gross. Just a little more time, so what I make you a believer, but it show you what it's like. Okay, so fruit from the tree, apple, growing apple tree, maybe transformation. The transformation we know is part of it. But why the different colored apples? Is this a reference back to BP? Maybe? Adam and Eve? Why would you say that, Joyce? Oh, temptation. Yeah, but forbidden fruit. But why? But why though? How would the forbidden fruit and the temptation of it apply to her story? Is there something in her story contextually that would fit? Garden of Eden. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to connect it. Temptation. Garden of Eden. Okay. Transgression. Okay. Different sides of herself. Interesting. I mean, I feel like I can see a metaphorical tie with the apple and the tree, which by some measures we can connect to, you know, like Judeo-Christian history. But how does it tie to her is the question. Garden of Eden represents how women are the weaker gender. Okay. Yeah, I could. Okay, that's pretty good. That's probably the most solid theory. That's pretty good. And the apple is knowledge. I like that. Huh. She was tempted first? Not being put in the stereotypical female box. Okay, I could see that. That feels very Lisa. These are pretty good. I like this. It's upside down, too. That is interesting.
To be born again, baby, to be born again. Tuesday, just another few nights. I couldn't make you greater, Jesus. What it's all due to the light. Every single night. To be born again, baby, to be
Season
born
like the
again.
cinnamon away. Getting rid of him, I'm only gonna make you need religion at the minimum. And I'ma do it diligent, I'm looking for a synonym.
Whoa, that was gorgeous. Look at this. They start this shot in a 4:3 ratio. Look at the letterboxing on the side, the black bars. As we pull away, notice what's in the shot besides lovely Ray here. We have these flowers back there, right? Flowers bloom, they blossom. As we pull away and she begins to feed us these notes, the screen opens up and begins to blossom the same way that those flowers do behind her. Watch.
Getting rid of him, I'm only gonna make you need religion at the minimum. And I'ma do it diligent, I'm looking for a synonym. I'm trying to find out words to tell him I ain't even feeling this. That love I'll never be deficient in. But so you could wake up and take me like a vitamin. I learned the hard way to let go now and save my soul.
To quote you all, I'm dead. That part took me out. No cap.
Just a little more time, so why to make you up?
Now this part is interesting.
Just a
So
little more time, so why?
we've got these cars covered up and then this big ass stone. Well, the first thing I thought of with the stone was kind of going back to the sculpture piece that showed her. You know, like you can get a masterpiece from this stone the same way we saw the sculpture. But why the cars? Because it's not really referenced heavily, it feels like a callback to something else. She has a car collection. Wait, what did I say? Cars? You think she's showing off her car collection? Oh, interesting. Vehicles in an MV are often a very male show of prestige. Okay. I could see that. That's very industry heavy from like the rap point of view and hip hop. I could see that. Huh. Wow, interesting. Wow. So she's essentially, and this is pretty good with the born again concept, but she's essentially just trying to turn everything on its axis, which would also go back to the callback of the tree being upside down. She's turning what we all know to be true on its head, upside down. That's pretty good. Huh. Oh, that's pretty good. Might be a stretch, but so often women are posing on cars, but here they're covered. Okay. I mean, I feel like that could work. Change the perception. Oh, I love this. This is fantastic. So, and we've got some armor here. We've got pieces of armor across the way. Ready for battle. Okay, I think you're even more right about the Adam and Eve reference. Because if we're talking Adam and Eve, we're talking Judeo-Christian storyline, right? And when we talk about born again, that is also in some sects of Christianity that also lines up. So that line makes perfect sense. In that line, if you are born again, you are essentially, as an adult, you are giving your life to God and becoming a new person, basically.
Baby, to be born again. Baby, to be born, oh baby, baby, to be born again. To be born again, baby.
And that also goes back to Doja here with the cross. She's got her head covered.
To be born again, baby, to be born again.
And this might be a bit deep, but in her scene, she is surrounded by these chairs and in a dirt pit. If I were going to metaphorically analyze that, I would say that feels like this feels very Colosseum-esque. And I don't mean Colosseum as like a battle to the death, but it feels more like judgment. It feels like the judgment of other people, which also coincides with Lisa and her message of being born again. So yes, it could be very loosely or even directly referencing church, and it could also be, oh, Virgin Mary's pretty good too. Yeah, I like that. Huh. Yeah, this is just another way that I feel like she's taking the things that we understand as this is how this is how this is, and that's that, and saying like, well, let's dig deep. Let's turn this upside down. And I feel like with the transformation like Lisa has been having over this last, I don't know what it's been, a year or so, you kind of have to do that. You have to turn what you understand completely upside down and sometimes think outside the box. And if that's going back to what Lex was saying with the, the stereotypical what it means to be a woman box, then yeah, that would line up. RAYE wrote and produced Born Again. I like RAYE. I like RAYE a lot. This is awesome. Man, this is awesome. This imagery is fantastic. The rows upon rows of chairs. It's in the dirt, so it has this battle feel. It has the spotlight. It's good. It's good.